everyone. Welcome to the 4th episode of ESO Live. Yay! We're your hosts this week. I'm Gina Bruno, Assistant Community Manager for the Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm Jason Levy, Community Coordinator for the Elder Scrolls Online.
Jason Levy, everyone. Yeah. Debut show.
Thank you.
So happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
No.
Lies.
I
He
peed
said
my
the
pants
exact
already,
opposite.
but it's fine.
Yeah. We were talking about when he was going to throw up, what he would do. Anyway,
You'll find out.
It'll be really exciting. For those that missed it, we'd like to go over the overview for today's show real quick. We're going to start with our fan creation showcase. Joining us will be senior concept artist Mike May. Next, we are going to go over the current ESO news. Next will be upcoming fan-created community events. Man, that's a mouthful. After that, we're going to be doing an interview with systems designer Joe Blackburn. We will be going over some upcoming and current ESO merchandise. We'll have a very special live Q&A with ESO Creative Director Paul Sage. And of course, we will have some giveaways throughout the show. So be sure to stick around because we got some really neat things coming up.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, up first, we have our fan creation segment with senior concept artist Mike May. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, how's it
Here's
going?
Mike.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Awesome. So tell everybody what you do here with the game.
Okay. Well, I'm a concept artist. And so I work in concept doing things like designing anything from a bucket to a cool trap door to animals and creatures and
Concept really touches
kind
all
of
of
stuff.
all the things in the game, right?
oh yeah, definitely. Yep, we run the gamut. Like we have some concept artists who are like who specialize in different aspects of it. Matt Weathers is one of these guys that can make anything look like it really works the way it should work.
Yeah. I know you've been at the studio a pretty long time, right?
Yeah. It's like you're one of the very few people who have been here longer than me. I think it's been by
impressive.
a couple weeks. Or
I was
something like that.
6. I think you were probably employee like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah,
Yep.
this is. I just got notice that I'm going on my 7th year review.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, thanks. Thank you.
So I know you work with a lot of different mediums. I know you draw a lot. You do oil, pastels,
Yep.
pumpkin carving, even.
Yeah,
I
pumpkin
stalked
carving.
Facebook and saw you carve some really cool
That's
pumpkins.
right. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I was planning on bringing it today, and I totally dropped the ball on that one.
That's
but,
okay.
But yeah, I love it. Like I've been a fan of like some serious pumpkin carvers, and I've gotten online and kind of. I don't know, just inspired myself, and so I've gotten into it. So I've been doing that, like serious pumpkin carving. Like the
Yeah.
traditional stuff is great, and I love doing that. But yeah, I've been doing this where like people can get into some serious sculpture.
They get really insane. I was just watching one of those shows on, it must have been Food Network, about pumpkin carving last night, and they were carving like feet that were severed, and they have all kinds of heads and stuff. They look like zombies. It's crazy how much detail they can go into.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into some of our fan art.
Awesome. So this piece is called ESO Iniri by Acebus7 on DeviantArt. This is actually her main character, her Khajiit, and it's pretty cool.
It is nice.
Yeah, I love it. That this is something that I thought that was awesome at how the artist had captured the emotion of the thing. Like it's internalized some kind of like thoughtful. I don't know. So yeah,
She does look like she's deep in thought.
Yeah. So it's more than just a character. I don't know. So yeah, it's really great. I love the design of it. That great little Khajiit.
Jason, why don't you tell us about her blue tunic and her green eyes with that red marking on her face? What do you
Thanks,
think?
Gina. Yeah, I mean, I'm colorblind, so I wouldn't know that, but that's a great, that's wonderful.
Had to
that-
throw it in.
It is beautiful. I like the purple tunic and the the brown eyes. It's great.
All right, next we have Thundertail the Second, or Thunder Dash Tail, if you will. This is drawn by Bianca Urania Jung.
Ariana, probably.
Or Ariana.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's
man.
one of the least challenging names on here.
I was going to say, it only gets worse from here.
Awesome piece. I love it. One of the things that I thought about this piece is, like, when I first saw it, is that it looked like a cartoon, like something that should be in an animated feature, like something serious, like Fire and Ice. Because yeah, you can just tell it like this is something that means business. Love the pauldrons, the blood dripping all over the place.
I love the blood dripping off of his claws.
Yeah.
I
You
like
don't
the-
want to cross them.
Yeah, the smoky eye.
The
That's nice.
vampire.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah. Khajiit, is that it?
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Cool stuff.
Up next is Asni Portrait by Lady Marana on DeviantArt. Yeah, this is also based on her Nord character, and she actually created this in a weekend. It was a speed painting that she did.
How do you know that?
I know all. I know all. But it's beautiful.
It looks so realistic.
Yeah, very good stuff. Yeah, like I've also stalked her Facebook, not Facebook, her DeviantArt profile on it. Well,
man.
We're all
maybe I
stalkers
have.
here.
No,
Just admit it.
No, I got on and I did check out her portfolio and everyone else's stuff too, and learned a little bit more about this. Yeah, she does really good work, and so she set up a really nice scene here with great cropping, great lighting. It's got really soft shadows and everything, so it's really nice seeing this kind of fan art.
Up next, we have an update from Arsenal Props. We actually featured some of her Daedric armor a few shows ago. I think we had chest pieces last time, and now these are Daedric pants.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty cool.
And they're functioning Daedric pants.
Yeah, you can actually walk properly with them, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, I believe this was made out of warbler. That goofy sounding.
What?
Warbler. It's it's one of those you can work with a heat gun and bend it to how you want, and you can paint it up and make it look like armor. And yeah, people do some pretty amazing stuff with this.
Warblue.
Yeah.
It's like you just kind of give up after you say it.
Probably means something noble.
This piece is called Through Glenumber Moors by Isriana. We featured her art actually previously on the show. She does a lot of ESO art pieces, and you can actually see, it's a spooky image, but the bottom right hand corner there's some eyes, looks like peeking through
cool.
the fog.
It's very subtle.
It is subtle.
Yeah.
We're also looking on a small screen, but I think I see
Yeah.
it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can barely make out the clan fear from here. Yeah, this is a great piece. She's got a really nice dark, cool overtone like to the thing, and so she's brought out the focal point with a nice warm light. And I don't know, I love the creepy trees. I love dead atmosphere. I gotta say,
Mike loves death.
I love dead things. Yeah, no, I totally dig creepy stuff, and so this is great. And
It's
so,
perfect for Halloween coming up, too.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to dress up for Halloween?
I don't know. I actually bought a lot of stuff to make a Halloween costume, but we'll see. I have some art goals that I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull any time off for it. But
Come on,
that
man,
would be-
priorities.
You're right.
All right, next we have Tamriel Support Faction by Jessica Dunn.
Nice. Yeah, this background. I mean, the characters are great. I love the stylization in this thing. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not quite cartoony, but it's got a really cool style to it, and I love it. You can see a little character peeking out from behind there. I think it's her clan. Not her clan. Her
guild.
Her guild.
Yeah.
And yeah, just that background's just killer.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think she's done a great job.
And I'm sure that all of her
Oh.
guild.
Oh.
What's that?
I see what you
she's
did there.
done a
Yeah,
good
thank
job.
you.
Done
Thank
good.
you. Yeah.
Dun, dun,
There's-
dun.
We'll be here all afternoon, guys.
Yeah. You're in good company with puns with when I'm around. It's all good.
This is going to be a punny show. All right, I'll stop.
This one is awesome. This might be my favorite. It's from Brush Cosplay, is Nord cosplay. The Nord is based on the one seen in our cinematic trailer. It's pretty awesome. Joshua is the artist. He made it with his girlfriend, and it's great. They went to this mountain for this picture. It's awesome. The lightning came at the same time.
It's perfect timing. This
It
is
is.
amazing.
And it's going to be like the best Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
would definitely win.
But if he knocked on my door asking for candy, I would just,
I would
Throw
just
the whole
probably
thing
throw
out.
it
Yeah,
and
pretty
run.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. I love it.
Here we have Kara Cooley
Mm-hmm.
by
ID
Idkididfa.
ID the cutie.
I did cutie.
I did a cutie. IDFA. I did fan art on Tumblr.
There you
Good
go.
stuff.
Maybe that is what it means.
So she's this is good stuff. What I really like about this is that she's really set a tone of, I don't. It actually makes me really look at the immersion that a game can give, where you really feel like you're in a different world, and so it's like she's her character looking off into a sunset, and there's what the heck is that thing called? A dreg?
I think that one is the
What is it?
the netch.
A netch.
The netch, the bully netch.
All right, a netch. Yeah.
Or maybe a
Whatever
really
belongs.
large guar.
Which makes it an eerie, like kind of a cool, like, I don't know, weirdness to it in a fun way. Yeah, but I dig it.
Me too.
Last but not least, we have Solman Sar by Sixy Baby on Tumblr. I know this was a commission piece she did for her friend's fiance's character, but it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it
Nice.
is awesome.
Yeah.
It's
very
really,
60.
It's very sexy.
It's as 60 as it gets, I think.
You can actually make out the number 6 if you look closely, I think, at
Yeah?
the design. Anyway, that's one thing that I do really like about this, is that it's a unique design, and it's one of the things that stands out to me is the fact that it's not shoulder straight on. He's turned sideways to you. It kind of reinforces the cat-like movement kind of thing. So this stuff is great. I really appreciate the thought that goes into a lot of these.
I bet this character has an interesting tale.
Oh man, yes.
There's two.
Boo!
Oh,
You can hear
boy.
the boos.
Oh, last we have Namale. Is that how we decided we were going to say it?
Yeah.
Namala, yeah, I think you're right.
This is by RJ Designs, also on Tumblr.
Cool.
It's a cute little character.
Yeah. Oh, it's an awesome character. So yeah, the colors on this, they're bright, but they're also kind of muted. And
Are they?
Do you notice that,
everything-
Jason? How
No.
bright they are?
Well, they have. There's a lot of like playfulness in the line, in the character, in the color. I love the patch on the thing. It's got like, it reminds me of the artist Tony Dieterlitzy, who did the Spiderwick Chronicles, things like that. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I've always been a fan of, and so it definitely speaks to me on a gut level.
Yeah, I like it. The ears, the bow, the Skrillex haircut. It's nice. It's pretty legit.
It's cute.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mike.
Yeah,
It's
thank you,
good to
Mike.
have you head downstairs and go on the hot seat for a little bit.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Coming up next, we are going to talk to song parody writer Timmy D. What camera am I looking at? It's that one over there. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm speaking off in the distance. We're going to be talking with Timmy D coming up. But first, we are going to listen to his latest song. It's Werewolves of Camlorn. So enjoy.
While I love nature, I've never been inclined to visit Camlorn. Werewolves don't seem to like me. Guard duty in Eaglesport is very uncomfortable. Werewolf fur makes me itch. I saw a werewolf near a seacoast venue of the land, stopping and follow some folks out there in the rain. He was coming from a place near Eagles Brook. Gonna make a big dash, I don't like pain. Ah-ooh, werewolves can. Ah-ooh. Ah-ooh, werewolves can. Ah-ooh. If you end up fighting one in Glen Morris, you better not let him win. One of my kids got bitten by one late last night. Werewolves of Camlorn again. Ah-ooh, werewolves Camlorn. Ah-ooh. Ah-ooh, werewolves Camlorn. I love the coastline of Eagles Brook, but I never fish there. I don't want to become food for the dogs. I used to enjoy sunbathing on the beaches near Camlorn. But now, those pesky werewolves are always chasing my tail. He's the undead werewolf gent with a really foul scent. Lately he's been undeterred, so beware. The cultists got the Duke with them. We'll go and save him then. I'd like to kill his jailer. Ahoo, werewolves can roam. Ahoo, ahoo, werewolves can roam. Ahoo. Well, I heard Belchew say Angolf had a scheme, making the werewolves of Camlorn. I saw that Duke Sebastian had been wolf cuisine. Now he's a werewolf of Camlorn. I saw a werewolf fighting the fury of Faust outside the Duke's. His death was perfect. Ahoo. Werewolves of Camlorn. Oh, bud. Ahoo. Werewolves of Camlorn. This one stays away from Camlorn. The werewolves smell bad, and they rub my foot the wrong way.
So with us on the Skype right now, on the Skype,
On the Skype.
like there's one, it's the Skype, is Timmy D. Timmy D, welcome.
Hey!
Hey, there you are.
No, I'm trying not to be incredibly nervous.
Oh, don't be.
Because seriously, which is entirely in contradiction to what I do. But yeah, hi everybody. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
So we featured.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here.
We featured your Werewolves of Camlorn video. Obviously, you just saw it now, and it's been on our social media channels. And you're a big fan of the game. Before anything, though, happy birthday. Your birthday was yesterday,
Oh,
right?
happy belated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
See? We know everything.
I'm 49 years old, going on 13.
That's awesome. You're lucky.
Yeah.
So, based on the Werewolves of Camlorn video, obviously you're a fan of the game. You play a lot. Can you tell us about your character, your current main character?
Well, what I can okay, I have 6 characters, and 3 of them I consider to be my mains. I'm kind of splitting my time between those 3.
Sure.
I'm a very casual PvE kind of player, so for me, I'll pick a character, I'll run it up as far as I can really go with it, then I'll go ahead and try different flavor. I started with a sorcerer, decided I'd go with a Templar, do the healer thing, and now I'm doing a Nightblade. So it's just, I'll split my time. I don't really want to burn out on any one thing, so I really do split it up. And
That's
I have
awesome.
I have a fun time doing it. It's really awesome. And I'm in a great guild, great people in it, and so I have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, aside from Elder Scrolls Online, have you played any other Elder Scrolls titles?
I saw this question, and I'm just like, well, should I say no? No, I haven't. I have not played a single solitary TES title.
Well, you should.
Well, it's funny. I don't like the standalone games as much as I used to. I'm so much into the MMO thing that I've never really gone back.
Sure.
Very rarely do I do that. And then when I found ESO and fell in love with it, the answer to your question is, while I haven't played the standalones, because I love ESO, I probably would like the standalone titles.
That's awesome.
Fair statement.
Yeah.
That's probably why you made a parody called MMO, which we'll actually be featuring later in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So your parodies, I mean, you've done previous songs about Kiss. You used Nancy Sinatra. You used Gangnam Style. How hard is it to figure out like which type of song to use for your parodies?
Well, I'll be honest. It's a process. There is quite a process. First, there's the inspiration. I mean, I could be in the car. I can be in the shower. I've actually had them in dreams. The muse comes and strikes wherever. She doesn't care where I am. So, she'll throw an idea into my head. Then once I get the idea, then I have to look at the lyrics. Are the lyrics dynamic enough? Can I, is it too repetitive, in other words? I don't like lyrics that are super repetitive. Then the vocal range. Can I sing it? I oftentimes forget that. In fact, there's one song where I had to pull a Weird Al because I really couldn't sing it.
That's awesome.
Then I have to worry about the backing track. Is there an acceptable backing track? There's oftentimes backing tracks that have background singers, which I can't use because I am my own background singers. So that being said, if all of those are a green light, then the song gets a spot created, it goes into the pipeline, and then the production continues from there, really.
Cool. So you actually mentioned Weird Al just now. You seem to be kind of like the Weird Al of the gaming parody world. Has he been an inspiration for you?
Funny enough, I am flattered every time somebody says that, because this isn't the first time where somebody says, "Dude, you're like the Weird Al of the MMO world," which is really kind of cool,
It is cool.
But yes, I'm very flattered. Although I'm going to say right now, there are a lot of MMO parody artists out there, and I think some of them are actually better than me. Actually, a lot of them are better than me. But again, I have chosen the MMO industry as the foundation for my work. Weird Al has a much broader range of things that he'll sing about.
Sure.
So I've stuck to that. But when it comes to Weird Al, he and I actually share a birthday. He actually had a birthday yesterday too.
Happy
Nice.
birthday, Weird
Happy
Al.
birthday, Weird Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, Weird Al. I loved his music as a kid. I still do. His latest album is fantastic. Man, a lot of his songs are just awesome. I could mimic some of Weird Al's style, not all of it, but just enough. And I think that probably helped because he sets a bar for me that I aspire to reach. I mean, his quality is beyond measure as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll ever reach that, but that's what I aspire to do.
That's awesome.
That's how good I want to be.
So we've heard a few of your songs. Obviously, they are, really well written. You do a great job of it, but it seems like it would take a long time. How long does it actually take you to go through the process, get that song, and then write lyrics to parody it?
Like I say, the first part of that is quite a process. But once it goes into the pipeline, the first thing I do is write the lyrics. The lyrics can be written in anywhere between 1 and 3 hours.
That's crazy.
Lyrics
Wow.
are probably the easiest thing for me to do because I like to think of myself kind of as a wordsmith. I mean, my degree is in communication, but for me, writing lyrics is more than just being able to do rhymes or whatever. You have to be able to tell a story. You have to be able to make it coherent.
Sure.
And I think that challenge in writing the lyrics is something that I really love. It's why I do what I do. I've been writing lyrics, parody lyrics for years, but it wasn't until 6 years ago that I actually started singing and producing, the songs that I had been writing.
I can't imagine pumping out lyrics that fast.
No, not at all.
Well, but see, and that's the fastest part, because everything after that can take 1 to 3 months to do. The lyrics are fine, but then you've got to time the lyrics to the music, make sure that you can get. Well, I have a studio here that I go in, and when I start recording, it can take a week or 2 to get it just right. I mean, Elvis did a couple of his songs, took 57 takes to do one of his songs.
Wow.
So, that's just an example that you really, as an artist, you want to get right. And you
Sure.
try really hard. I'm not perfect, and I know I'm not perfect, so I do the best I can.
It comes across
But-
as close to perfect.
Yeah.
I really try hard, and that's why it takes so long. 'cause
It definitely shows.
Well, thank you. I do. It's a labor of love for me.
We can tell.
Thank you.
So do you dabble in music professionally at all?
Professionally, no, but I have done original works based on loops and things like that. I enjoy the prospect of making music, but I'm not adept at it. That is to say, I don't read music. Everything I do by ear.
Nice.
I don't know how to make chords. Yeah, I can study that stuff, but I just never have.
Right.
But and maybe one of these days I'll go back to school and do some of that. But at this particular point, I do what sounds good to me. So when I do these original compositions, I have 5 original compositions. I think they're out on SoundCloud. That's where I put those. But you can also find them on my Pure Volume page. If you go into The Other Stuff, that's the name of the album, is Timmy D, The Other Stuff. I have some original works out there. My favorite one is Cosmic Reservation. That I think is my favorite original piece that I've done.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll check it out.
everyone should check it out for sure.
And we have to know, you've done 2 already, but are you going to do another ESO themed parody video?
Of course I am.
Awesome. Can you
I've
tease
got
it?
one in. I've got one. No, I wish I could, but no stealing my ideas. No, I've got one in development. There's a couple of issues right now. One, I can't find the right backing track.
Sure.
So I'm working on that. Plus, it's based on the justice system.
Oh.
And y'all haven't put that out yet. So
Gotcha.
I can't make a proper video
Sure.
until I have the justice system really to work with. But no, I think it'll be a fun song. It's one of those songs, I can tell you this, it's based on a country song, but I'm not going to tell you which one.
Nice. You love country. That's like your favorite
I
thing.
do. I love country music. My wife says I can sing it really well, but I do try to use a variety of styles in all my parodies. I like to think of it as a little something for everyone.
Sure.
Not everyone likes country. Not everyone likes, Gangnam Style. Not everybody likes Nancy Sinatra. So I do, mix it up a little bit and try to go with I don't care the style. If I can do it, if it's in my range, and if it tells a good story, that's what I go with.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So I guess no Christina Aguilera in your future, unless you can hit that range.
Yeah, it can happen. Guess not.
I'd like to see it. Well, thank you so much for
thank you,
talking
Timmy
with
D.
us today, Timmy
Oh,
D.
it's
It was
my
awesome.
pleasure. I'm honored you guys wanted to be on here. I think that's awesome.
Of
Oh,
course.
well, we're honored that you chose our game to do a parody of.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I know
Well,
everyone in the
us-
studio has been a big fan.
It was easy. Yeah, and I just want to say, Paul, man, I'm honored that you're a fan of my work. Really, I could not be happier.
That's awesome.
But yeah, ESO is very easy to write parodies for, mainly because the graphics in the game are phenomenal. It really makes it easy to want to do parodies and create the gameplay videos. It's really fun.
Well, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
We can't wait to see what's in store next.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll see you around the internet.
Yep, I'll be here.
Awesome.
Great. Thank
Thanks,
you
Timmy
so
D.
much.
See you guys.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, very nice guy.
So coming up next, we are going to talk about some current news that's been going on.
Yeah.
All right, well, joining us for our news, we have Eric Robel here, one of our gameplay designers.
Yeah, I'm
Hello, he's back, everyone.
Yay.
back. By popular demand?
For better or for worse.
You stuck, sorry.
So, Update 5 is on everyone's minds. We are hard at work at kind of polishing this up and getting it out for you. As soon as we have a date available, we'll be sure and post it on the forums.
Soon TM.
Very soon, TM. Really soon. Just in case you missed it, since we've talked about it so much, we're going to go over one more time what's available in Update 5. Just a quick recap.
And of course
It's
you
gonna
can,
be really great.
it's awesome.
It is.
You can try it on PTS now. A lot of
Indeed.
these, features are there now. So in the meantime, if you want to try them out, they're there. But
They are there.
Yes.
But you should stay here
Yes.
and listen to us talk about it.
yeah, because
But
we're
once
here.
done,
Yeah.
get on that.
Then
there.
log on PTS.
Yeah. Okay.
So first, Veteran City of Ash. This is the veteran version of City of Ash, as you may have guessed.
It
More
looks
ash.
super ashy from
Yep,
that.
that's
From
Very
lot
that.
of ash.
ashy.
Yeah.
Yep. These are a couple screenshots from Veteran City of Ash. No spoilers. Next, we have our improved facial animations. There we have our friend Razumdar talking more realistically. We actually went through over 100,000 lines of dialogue to fix
Wow.
up. It's a lot of
Yeah.
dialogue. But he's looking pretty realistic,
Yeah.
as much as a Khajiit can be.
Yeah.
No more veteran points in Update 5.
All
Did
right.
you know that?
I did, and I'm pretty excited about it.
I think a lot of people are pretty stoked.
Yeah.
We are replacing veteran points with experience points. And just in case it wasn't clear, your veteran rank is going to stay the same once we release Update 5. So the amount of experience that shows on your bar is going to stay the same. The actual veteran rank will stay the same. It's just that XP will be replacing veteran points. In case
Yeah.
that wasn't clear.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You want to get into some other stuff that
Yeah.
can see?
So coming in Update 5, dungeon scaling. So now, if you had dungeons that you played, when you were lower level, you can go back to them with your friends, buddy up.
Or if you have missed playing them,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you're like, this dungeon's really cool, but
Yeah.
now I'm too high level to really enjoy it.
Man, I
Right.
really want to go back to Fungal Grotto, and then
Yeah.
you can.
You can. It will scale to your level. So you can't do it the other way. If you're like level 3, you can't jump ahead and do a harder dungeon. But
Who does that?
some people, they're just the worst. No, but it's going to be awesome. So you can go and replay your favorite dungeons, which is cool. We've also got the Undaunted Pledges. So you can go into the Undaunted Enclaves. And basically, pledges are like quests that you get that you can go into dungeons. By completing these pledges, you're going to get different keys depending on how difficult they are. The keys will unlock different chests. The harder they are, the better the key, the better the chest, the better the
Yep, we
reward.
got cool new rewards in there.
Yeah.
And we got rewards in the new better dungeons as well. So
That's
Yeah.
where you can get those Undaunted helmets, right?
Oh, yeah.
We showed those off
yeah,
last
those
time.
are really
Yeah.
cool. I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah, they're awesome. And then also coming, crafting writs. So we wanted to include something in the game that's going to basically make crafting more rewarding for people that have, loved it and continue to play it, but for new people that have never done it before. So we've added certifications. So you do the crafting certs. You can get in there and learn how to craft, basically. On screen right now, you can sort of see what this looks like. But once you do that, you can
Look
do
at-
the writs.
I think she's got the improved facial animations too.
Yeah, she looks.
Look how realistic she's speaking.
She looks very non-Muppety.
I'd chat her up.
Yeah. But the crafting writs are great, and you can sometimes when you complete them, you get survey reports, which are like treasure maps, which are awesome. So it's gonna be fun.
There's a lot going on in
There's a
there.
lot going on. Yeah.
If you need more to go on in there,
There's more.
There is more.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's a new crafting style, the Dwemer set. These are only found in Dwemer ruins. Here they are.
Ooh, those look good.
That makes sense that they're only in Dwemer ruins.
Yeah. Wow. How would they
Instead
get
of-
anywhere else?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody accidentally dropped something.
That could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have a new item set, the Twice-Born Star. The only way you can craft this is if you research 9 traits first, and then when you wear at least, oh boy, I'm butchering this.
5 pieces.
If you wear at least 5 pieces
Yep.
in your item slots, then you get 2 Mundus Stone buffs at the same time.
Oh my God! 2
at the
Mundus
same
stones.
time! And that's not a bug, it's actually for real.
Yes, no bugs in our game, right?
Never. Never. These crafting stations for a Twice-Born Star are only in Upper Craglorn. Who made that decision?
Someone really smart.
Don't forget, also chat bubbles in Update 5. There they are.
Aw.
So where do you want to go now?
What's the answer?
Oh,
I found
can't
this
read
cool
that.
place.
Yeah?
In case you're a robot.
I can't read what the rest of it says.
Yeah, it's really close by. That's awesome.
Great. Can't wait. Let's never do that again.
Sorry.
Last but not least, we have werewolf updates also. Tons of werewolf updates.
Yeah.
Going
Yep.
into Update 5.
Yep. So I want to talk a little bit about our process for the PTS. We sort of streamlined things in terms of getting feedback. The lovely Gina now compiles reports for us.
Woohoo! I love reports.
Yep. And we love seeing them. And then she sends them out to us every day, so we can read sort of the most popular things and what people are discussing and things that are still problems, things that people liked, all that kinds of good stuff. And then we make tweaks and changes and bug fixes like that. So we've still been working on the Nightblade Shadowcloak, for example, fixing up a couple of bugs with that. In terms of Werewolf,
he's listening to you.
we added the. You want to know about Werewolf, so you can run away and not get eaten.
I do.
So with the Werewolf, we put the new abilities on PTS and let people play around with them, and people were generally really happy to have new abilities and just more things to do as a werewolf, but they didn't feel really powerful enough. So we significantly increased the power of those abilities and shortened the timer of the werewolf, so it felt like it was an ultimate. Like you were a really strong werewolf and you could like rip people's limbs off and just be effective in combat instead of like, oh, it's a fun thing I can run around as a werewolf. And we got really good feedback on that. However, you still weren't quite powerful enough. And some of the more hardcore people on the forums were sort of like posting some detailed analysis of like damage and stuff. So we ran the damage numbers and we upped all of the values on the abilities again. So now Werewolf is really strong and it feels like an ultimate. You feel really powerful.
You are a werewolf.
Yeah, exactly. And there are still ways though that people can increase their time if they want to be werewolf for longer. There's a leap ability that you can morph to get more time in werewolf, and then there's also the werewolf transformation. You can morph it to pack leader, and it'll increase the duration for everyone in your party. And I actually just recently fixed a bug with that where that one wasn't working as well. So Werewolf is a lot better, and I'm really excited to see a whole bunch of werewolves going around in Cyrodiil and stuff. But there is a weakness to that, right, where they take extra damage for poison. So
Sure.
You're not just going to be tearing off everyone's face all the time.
Not all the time.
Yeah. Some of the time there'll be some face tearing, not all the time. And we actually did some PvP tests too, just to make sure. And if you sort of catch someone off guard, or like they're sort of like a squishy sort of like DPS guy, you can just rip them up and kill them really fast.
Nice.
But just because we increased the damage, we still wanted it to be balanced, so that it wasn't just werewolf wars and every single
Sure.
person was going to be a werewolf, right? So the sort of more tanky defensive guys who are stacking a whole bunch of armor and stuff like that can survive. Like they can't really fight back; they got to be using defensive the whole times, but they can stave off the assault if they're ready for it and prepared.
Nice.
So yeah.
So moral of the story is we do read your feedback.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Living proof.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you're liking these changes.
Get out. You're never on the show again. Well, with that, I think we should do our first giveaway.
Yeah, I'm feeling
And
generous.
it's not the guar. I know everyone's really excited
Can
that
I
he's
get
here.
it instead?
No.
Let's give away something new.
We should give away something new. I think in chat, we should type in the word mousepad.
That's original.
Well, it is because they don't know what we're giving away yet, so
Okay,
they can't get a head start on
That's
it.
a good point.
Do you have
Yeah.
to put the space in it or just mouse pad?
It's just
One
one,
word,
word,
yeah.
Okay.
mousepad.
All right,
Mouse
great.
pad.
I can handle that.
Mousepad.
Mm-hmm.
Mousepad. Do you want to see the mouse pads? We
Yeah.
have them under my feet.
I certainly want to
See?
know what we could be
Here.
winning.
Do you want to hold one?
Yes.
I like to hold one.
Here you
Oh
go.
man, this is a quality mouse
They're
pad
pretty
right
neat.
here.
They have kind of a plasticky surface.
So you can slide your mouse
but
really
then
well.
a nice grippy surface on the back. So
And while
when
you're
you're
loading-
moving, it doesn't go like
While
this.
you're loading in game, you can rotate it. Pretend like you're waiting.
We are
Nice.
waiting, actually.
Okay. That's why it's turning. That makes sense.
Type in mousepad if you want to win one of these mouse pads. We're actually going to do 3 giveaways. Is that okay, Kai?
Yeah, we should do.
Somebody's nodding. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Are we giving away Kai too?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We
need
should
him.
give away a date with you.
Ho 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 man.
Romantic dinner with Eric
Oh
Roll.
man. Who doesn't want that, right?
Nobody
Please
would
someone,
type in
at
date.
least one person.
I should probably turn this on so we can see who won.
All right,
Whenever
let's-
we do it.
Yep, let's pick a winner.
We
Let's
should
do
pick
it.
3 winners for a mouse pad or maybe hat. It's like an umbrella, sort of.
It balances really well, actually.
It does. It
Like
kind of forms to your head a little bit.
Yeah, I think they designed that intentionally.
All right, we have a winner. The first winner is going to be, oh god,
Kai cut?
Kaikut.
Key cut?
It's Keicut.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations on your mouse pad.
Eicut.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
We're waiting for our next winner. What else can we do with this mouse pad? Maybe a frisbee?
Yeah, I was. If Kai was here, I would just throw it to him.
We can just fling it to the.
We've got winner number 2.
All right.
It's Hack Haven.
Oh.
HACKHAVN.
Do you want to read the last winner?
All right.
I think you should.
I did learn to
Try it.
read. Toady is bright.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Pretty good.
Todius. Well, what's wrong with it? You said close enough.
Yeah.
Is it
me see it
the
again.
underscore?
That's pretty good, right?
It's
I didn't
Todius
say the
underscore bright, so-
That's true. There was an
Yeah.
underscore.
I'm not.
Awesome.
Oh, I was going to say I'm not paid to read, but I am. Shoot. Well, good
Sweet.
job, guys.
Yeah, congrats, guys.
Kai will be in touch with you on which camera are we looking at this one?
It's
I'm going
gonna-
to do this all day.
Yeah.
Kai will be in touch with you on Twitch somewhere.
Yeah.
And we'll get your shipping information, and you can have these mouse pads
That's how that works.
all
yeah.
for you.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll give you a new one, not the one I just threw on the ground.
Let me just stop on this. Here's your mouse pad.
It makes a good doormat, too.
Okay.
All right, coming up next, we're going to get into fan events, so stay tuned.
Hi guys, welcome back.
We're back. Over
we're
here
back.
now.
Awesome. So
Oh,
we've got
boy.
some fan events. They happen every week
They
in
do.
Tamriel.
they
So
do.
yeah, we're gonna talk about them.
We should talk about them.
Let's talk about them. Oh, so up first we've got the Fighters Guild, the Goblin Invasion, Adventure Part 2, the Goblin Lord. So
What happened
this
to
is-
Adventure Part 1?
That happened last Thursday, or actually yesterday. Yes, yesterday.
Today's Friday.
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry.
yesterday.
I'm confused. But yeah, this is going to take place next week. This is next Thursday, October 30th, so it's the day before Halloween. And it's a European mega server event. And this is for the Wayrest Fighters Guild in Daggerfall Covenant.
Very thorough. Next, the return of the Soup Kitchen and Free Clinic and workshops, all in Fell's Run. If you'd like to have a hearty meal, which is one of my favorite things, then you should head to where? Run In Tavern. This is on the North American Mega Server at Fell's Run. This is also going to be next Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, good luck.
Up next, we've got the Vice Cannon ship. This
You
is,
practiced that.
No, I just know how to read. This is a North American mega server event in Stormhold. This is going to take place on Saturday, October 25th. If you have to contact anyone just to get some information about it, you can contact the names below.
You're not going to try to pronounce
Nope.
those. Next up, the ever-popular live player auction. This is on the North American Mega Server. You should meet up at Ralka. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's good.
That's in Reaper's March, Aldmeri Dominion. This happens every Saturday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
Uh-oh. This is the classes at Shah Stula. I'm sorry about this. Thaumaturgy. I practiced and I forgot how to say it. I apologize. But this is an awesome event. It's a series of events that take place every week. This one's taking place on Saturday, October 25th at 5 p.m. EDT, North American Mega Server for Ebonheart Pact.
It's a lot of colons in that title.
Sometimes you need a lot of colons.
Wow. All right, next up, the Emberheart Tavern Nights. This is also every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. CEST. You can go to enjoy delicious food. Once again, one of my favorite things. European Mega Server at Gearman's Hall. This is on the Ebonheart Pack side.
Yeah. This is the Tavern Night with TTC, the Twin Tails Company. This is beneath the Fighters Guild. Another weekend event. Weekends are popping in Tamriel.
They really
are.
Man,
for
party
RP
time.
events. Yeah. This is Sunday, October 26th, and November 2nd at 7 o'clock p.m. EDT, North American Mega Server, at the Ralka. Yeah, it's the same
Good
place.
job.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ralka.
You got it.
Aldmeri Dominion.
You down with TTC?
Hey, you know me.
90s in the house.
Oh, yeah. So if you don't want to go to that Tavern Night, we have the unofficial Tavern Night for the Daggerfall Covenant. This is every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It sounds like you can expect surprises and drama. So why wouldn't you want to join?
I agree.
I love drama.
Next up, we have the the Wayrest Mages Guild Lecture Nights. This is a weekly event. It takes place at the European Mega Server in the Wayrest Mages Guild. This is Wednesday, October 29th, ends November 5th at 7 o'clock p.m.
GMT.
GMT.
Don't forget.
Yeah. All right, so up next, we have our Life at ZOS segment. Welcome back.
Welcome back. So for this week's Life at ZOS, we have another gameplay designer, Joe Blackburn, in the house.
Welcome, Joe.
There he is. So why don't you tell everyone what you do on the ESO team and generally just what a gameplay designer does?
So I'm a gameplay designer. I work a lot with Eric Roble and Hans Larson, and we focus mainly on the ability lines in the game. So when you use a class ability or a weapon ability or a guild ability, we're the guys that work on those.
You're a pretty popular guy around the forums.
Ooh, I hope not.
Everyone is quite vocal about our abilities.
So how did you become a gameplay designer? I'm sure people want to know.
So a lot like this lady right here, when I graduated college, I thought I was going to be a police officer, but
You're in good company.
A man of the law.
Majored in criminology, and look where we are now.
See? And during that whole time, I was playing a lot of video games like I'd done all my life, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just send out a few applications across the U.S. And ZOS got back to me, and I actually interviewed with Gina's husband.
Aw.
Sorry, internet, if you didn't know. Gina has a husband, and he works at ZOS, and he is one of our QA managers. And
It's really big.
he is. He works out a lot. And he tells me that he works out a lot. And so
He doesn't have a big ego at all. So we can blame James for hiring you. There you go.
Awesome.
And then a few years later, now I'm here.
Here you are.
Woo!
So we share a lot of similarities, me and Joe Blackburn. So aside from working with Eric Roble, what is your favorite part of the job?
So, up to about 20 minutes ago, my favorite moment of the job was when we put in an ability and we actually got people able to play it. That moment where you've been working hard on something and the company and then the public at large gets to play it and gets to test the change is really satisfying. But 20 minutes ago, I found out that all our Twitch viewers refer to Eric Roble as Stifler, and he sits next to me all day
Wow.
long. So that is my new favorite moment of working with us.
Oh my goodness. I was calling him a werewolf earlier, but I think Stifler is even funnier.
That's awesome. Oh my God. So can you talk about what you're working on right now, specifically? Not specifically.
So specifically,
Vaguely,
if you saw what we're doing in patch 5, we did a lot of weapon revamps, specifically with stamina builds. We're trying to make sure all the ways you want to play are competitive. And so we took a small slice of the lines in 5 and we said, let's make these really great. And for 6, we are moving on to all of the abilities and all the lines in the game. So we are looking at all the class lines, all of the guild lines, all the armor lines, and we're saying, we want you to be able to use these and have fun with all the abilities. So it's a big task, but it's been really satisfying. We're making some pretty big headway.
The only thing I hear when you say that is the patch notes are going to be really long.
Yeah. I saw that guy on Reddit who had like comments and comments and comments and comments. That guy needs to have like 8 more comments in the next patch.
No joke, I think we're up to almost 50 pages for Update 5's patch notes, so the thought of Update 6 being even longer is quite frightening. So what's the usual process involved for creating a new ability into the game?
So to give you a small sneak peek, in package 6 we're bringing on 4 new AVA abilities. And
Awesome.
When we went to the drawing board with what people do when they PvP in our game, we said, how can we make this more fun? And one of the things that we know you guys are very aware of and we're very aware of is people really like to bunch up when they're in Cyrodiil.
No way.
I know. They really like it.
Nuh-uh.
They like to get in tight groups and run through keeps. And so we said, well, how can we incentivize players to spread out? And one of the abilities that we're working on is called Magicka Detonation. And basically, I choose a target and I say, I'm going to infect you with a bunch of Magicka. And in about 4 seconds, you're going to explode.
That's
And you're
awesome.
gonna
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gina would be in trouble.
Yeah.
She's right next to our explodey guy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so Jason would explode and do a ton of damage. And
Oh,
what
man.
Jason can do is he can run way far away, and Gina will be safe. And so after we've done that, we look at morphs, and we thought, oh, what are some really cool morphs for this? Well, another thing people really like to do in Cyrodiil is purge off effects. So we said, to make this more fun, if anyone tries to purge Jason, we'll just have them explode.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I support it.
So when they explode, they're not actually killing themselves, right? It's just damage to other players?
Well, if you take that morph, Jason's going to explode, he's going to do some damage, and he's going to do some damage to you. But
Jason? Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
we do have another morph where you can put it on yourself, and I can run in between both of you and explode, and you'll take damage, but I'll be fine.
That's not very nice, though.
It's all right.
This is pretty intense.
So when you create things like that, I mean, I'm sure you work with a lot of different teams to make that happen, like QA, I'm sure. But what other teams do you work with?
So we work a ton with QA. That's part of our first process is once we're done with an initial batch of abilities, we'll run them through QA, and they'll tell us if they break the server, or they function how we think they're functioning. And then after that, we'll work a lot with art, and they will look at the really bad placeholder art that we put in for the ability and says, this can never go out and be a game. And they will make really awesome art for it, and they will put it in, and finally it goes to sound, and sound says, oh, these arts need sounds. And then they make that happen, and then everyone's really happy.
So you touch on a lot of different teams.
We do, and they all don't enjoy talking to me.
You know what I completely forgot? And you did too?
What?
Q&A with Joe.
Woo!
We should take some questions and see.
And see what
see.
questions we
Oh
get.
boy.
Ooh. I don't like that reaction.
All they're talking about is my 7-foot-tall husband. So.
Work appropriate questions. Questions about abilities.
Questions about Joe.
Yeah.
What Joe does. Joe loves talking about himself.
I do.
So if you have any questions about
Joe
Joe.
in general. I'm an expert on the subject.
All right. So there's one question from. Oh boy. Not so accurato. Close enough. He's asking if there's going to be weapon skill line ultimates.
Those are something we've been thinking about for a long time. Right now we're focusing on the abilities that we already have in game and these 4 new AVA skill line abilities. But in the future, yeah, we're open definitely to having some weapon ultimates.
Cool. Do you want to ask the next one? Are you up and running?
I am. Would you be willing to discuss anything about future stamina abilities or changes you might be working on? That's from MNC Epiphany.
Underscore Epiphany.
Underscore. I forgot that. I'm sorry.
So right now, if you put in the PTS, we have a huge amount of changes to all of the stamina-based weapon lines, which we're really excited about. And you can go on, you can play them right now. There's a bunch of threads on Reddit where you can read sort of a consolidated list of the changes, and you can also look on our forums to get a list of that.
Sure.
And in our big next update, when we look at all of the lines, we are definitely looking at more opportunities for stamina users to be able to use that resource outside of weapon lines.
Awesome.
Wraith182 is asking if there's going to be more abilities for vampires and werewolves that just do fun stuff. What kind of fun stuff do you want to do with werewolves? Like maybe emotes or something?
I know.
Stand there and.
I know we want to do a ton of fun stuff with Werewolf, and it is all coming out in Patch 5, and you should be very excited because Patch 5 werewolves, they're real, they're coming, they're gonna get you.
Yeah. Awesome.
They're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Coming to get you. We should do another giveaway, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be for a date with Joe. It should be for this guy here. I think you guys should type in plushie, not guar.
Yeah.
Plushie with an IE.
PLUSHIE.
Oh, we should have done breadstick because it looks like he's carrying a
It's
little
too late.
breadsticks. It
It's
is
too
too
late.
late. Sorry,
Now there's
I
gonna be a bunch
ruined
of people
it.
typing breadstick in there.
You should type in plushie, PLUSHIE. Do you wanna hold him?
Sure.
While people are typing in, I should turn this
They're
back on.
typing in the misspelled version of plushie.
That's Ollie the Gore. He's been with us to.
He goes to shows
He went
with
to
us.
QuakeCon. He
and-
went to
Wow.
PAX. Yeah.
I want to go to QuakeCon.
So, Jason,
Yes.
question on everyone's minds.
Go ahead.
Can you explain how you do your hair every morning?
Oh God. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a very quick process. It naturally grows up, and it's got magical power, so I don't really do much to it. It just it exists. It's like this. I mean, it's just. I wish I could say a lot went into it, but it's just.
I really like the forum signatures with your hair in them.
What would Jason's hair do?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it. We see it.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
In case you're just tuning in, you want to type in plushie into chat. We'll probably do like 10 more seconds.
Let's do like 5 more seconds. I think 10's a lot.
Maybe 8.
Okay.
How about 5 now?
All right, let's pick a winner. Let's give this away. Survey says.
Drum roll or breadstick roll. So funny. I took the funny pills today.
I've got the winner. Do you want me to read it?
Sure. Yes, please. Actually,
it's Dennis Design PL.
Dennis Designs People?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dennis Designs People. Congratulations. We're going to get you a fresh one, not Ollie, because he's been around the block.
Not the one that we've just kind of manhandled a little bit here.
But congratulations. Kai is going to be in touch with you and send that out. And yeah, thank you for participating in that little giveaway.
Thanks for joining us today, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
It's nice to have you.
Yeah, it is.
Coming up next, we're going to talk about things that you can spend money on.
Yeah. So first up, we're going to talk about things that are coming out soon. You'll be able to purchase these things in the near future, not right now. First up, we've got the Tales of Tamriel book collection. We actually posted this on the website earlier this week, but this collection is going to have different lore books from the Elder Scrolls Online, as well as 100 new pieces of art. So it's going to be a must-have. Available next March 2015. We don't have a specific date just yet, but we'll share more information as it gets closer. If you want to carry that around with you, what better way to do it than the leather messenger bag? This was actually in stock on the store before, and it's going to be coming back soon. So you can definitely get that shortly. We'll post, I'm sure, on the website as soon as we have that back in stock, but it's coming back soon. It's the Ouroboros leather messenger bag. So Gina?
In case you really just can't wait for a new messenger bag, we currently have the regular Ouroboros messenger bag.
Awesome.
This is made of some sort of fabric. This is available on the Bethesda store now. I actually have one with me, but it's filled with stuff. So we can show it. Why not? Can you grab it for me?
I like that you said it's some sort of fabric.
I mean, I don't know what
it's
it
like
is.
It's canvasy, I would say.
It's canvasy.
Yeah.
Kind of canvas-ish. So here we go. Pretty standard size.
Yeah.
Seals with Velcro, and I mean, all of my things are in here, but pretty standard bag. It's got a few zippers and some pouches.
Yeah.
So, which camera are we looking at? There we are. This one. No, this one. Don't trick me, man. Come on. It's Friday. All right. Next, we have a very cool Ebonheart snowboard.
Oh, man.
This thing is pretty huge. There's a few different sizes available on the website, although there are some that are running low on stock. Here it is. Get ready for winter and shred down some mountains.
Yeah.
This was actually drawn by a fan. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that. It's awesome, though.
So it's funny, on the website it shows the Ebonheart symbol somewhere, but I don't see it here.
Okay.
Well, it's somewhere. I kind of see the Nord drawn in here, but yeah, pretty
it's
cool
awesome.
thing. Very neat.
Sweet.
We have some leather accessories available on the website. We have a wallet, a keychain, and a notebook. You could put all of these things in your leather messenger bag once they become back in stock. We have a few of these leather accessories, so you can kind of see to scale, I guess, what they look like. We can model the wallet, maybe.
That's nice.
Here it is. Bifold. Jason's got the keychain. Very nice. It's got the Ouroboros kind of just stamped right into it. And the beautiful leather-bound notebook. This is actually not hard leather. It's kind of flexible. Let me see if I can get it undone here.
Does it have a scent?
Smells like leather.
Okay.
Rich mahogany.
There we go. That's really nice quality.
Isn't it? See? Pages. Leather bound. Anyway, moving on. We are currently running a sale on the Bethesda store. 25% off most t-shirts and hoodies. There are some exclusions that apply. This is running through next Thursday, so you should hurry up and buy things before they run out of stock.
Definitely.
As we typically mention, we love seeing your photos of merchandise. We actually have a few photos here
Yeah, we
now,
do.
right?
Yeah, here's
With
some
the Guar
photos.
plushie.
Yeah, with the Guar plushie
That-
where it sticks in tow.
Is adorable.
But it's adorable. I think we have one more as well. This is one of the winners from our
It's one of our winners.
from our Twitch live chat. So that's awesome.
See, proof that we do send out the prizes.
We sure do. We sure do. Awesome.
All right.
So up next, we have a very special developer Q&A with creative director Paul Sage. So hi, Paul.
Hello.
Welcome, Paul.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us.
It's not like we don't sit next to each other all day long,
That's
but hey,
true.
I'm glad
It's
to be
fine. They
here.
don't have to know that. So we are doing a Q&A with Paul. God, why do I keep looking at the wrong camera today? I'm all over the place.
I apologize for her. This is embarrassing.
Stop. We did collect some questions ahead of time from the forums.
And on Twitter as well.
And Twitter.
Yeah.
So while we're kind of gathering up some questions from the Twitch chat room, we're going to go ahead and start with some of these that we have prepared.
Let the grilling begin.
I'm ready. The first question we're going to ask is from Sotha_Sill.
Mr. Sill.
Not a space, but an underscore.
All right.
They would like to know if skills will be added into the class branches, like new morphs.
If skills will be added into the class branches. Right now, we are going through a very big change to all of our skills in the game, and so I think that's really important to address those first. I think you had Eric and both Joe on here talking about that, and so those skills are what we're really concentrating on. And then I think we'd be concentrating on new skill lines. We talked a little bit about the new ABA skills coming up. I think Joe mentioned those, so I think we're going to concentrate on those before we go to the class skill lines again, and maybe see if there are new skill lines we can add before we go back. But who knows? Development is an uncertain business.
Sure is.
Oh, it sure is.
Yeah. All right, the next one's from Garbrek from the forums. With the implementation of the justice system coming up, will there be any NPCs reacting to vampires or werewolf player characters?
Yes, that is, and to elaborate, in the justice system, there are all sorts of crimes you can commit. You can pickpocket. You'll be able to lockpick doors, be able to murder a few people here and there, and so all the good clean fun. But it definitely, when you transform into a werewolf, or if you're a phase 4 vampire, then you will actually be noticed by the populace, and guards will not like that behavior. So
Pretty
yes.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the justice system.
That was the longest yes ever.
Yes. All right. This is from the forums as well, from Razor. He is asking what the biggest hurdles are to overcome in order to achieve balance in ESO.
Right. I think that the two main things that we look at, that make it difficult more than just numbers and spreadsheets and all of those things is, first, the game is skill based. So you can block, you can dodge, you can do all of those different things, and that makes it really difficult because the people who are really good at blocking and dodging and kind of incorporating wind to fire off abilities, that's just a player skill that comes in. Also, when you take into account the fact that there are so many abilities in the game and that you can mix and match kind of how you'd like, that really makes balancing difficult. So I think those two are the biggest hurdles to game balance for sure.
That's awesome.
Cool.
All right, this is a question we got a few times on Twitter. This is from New Black Smurf.
Just a few times.
Yeah,
New
just a
Black
few
Smurf.
times.
All right. I miss old Black Smurf. He was my favorite Smurf.
He was my favorite. I like
Old
Papa.
Black Smurf, best Smurf there is.
Papa Black Smurf was my favorite.
Yeah.
What details can you share about console?
What details can we share about console? Well, I think Matt in his road ahead said we'd release more details soon, and so I think that's the best thing for us to say at this time. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of good work, and I think the thing that excites me most is the way we're integrating it with the controls, and so seeing that come online, seeing the UI that's console specific come online is really important. So with that, then I will say that I'll let Matt's road ahead kind of speak for the rest of what we're doing on the console.
Sure.
So there you go. Console still exists.
Yeah.
We're still doing it. We should ask a question from chat, I think.
Sure.
This is actually an easy one. Even I can answer this one if
All
you
right,
want.
go
Q&A
right
with
ahead.
Gina.
Q&A with Gina.
Shayu Wolf was asking if all the changes to Werewolf will be made in time for 1.5.2. It will.
I believe it will, yes.
It will.
I mean, we have to say that and know that anything when we play test could have changes coming through. But yeah,
Indeed.
the changes we proposed will be live on 1.5.
Yep.
No?
I know there were a lot of fixes already in 1.5.1. Those patch notes are currently on the forums, and there's been additional changes made that they haven't been published yet, but they will be in 1.5.2, assuming everything
That's
passes
correct.
testing, of course.
Yeah.
So here's a question from Danny Stormborn. What is up with the hirelings? What happened to Pakruti? Any information about that?
What is up with the hirelings? Well, that could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I think that we released, 100 new males for all of the hirelings, and was it 1.4? I mean, I think it was, and so they are still active and they are still happy. So I don't know that there's anything up with them. They might make appearances in the game at some point in the future in person, but as far as everything else goes, they should still be your loyal hirelings.
Mickey Mouse is actually asking you a question.
Yes.
It's your lucky day.
It is.
Mickey Mouse wants to know if we're considering adding additional playable...
Whoa. Can you read that in a Mickey Mouse voice so I actually get the mood to say?
I
Oh,
would
please
agree.
don't do this to me. Can you do a Mickey Mouse impersonation?
Hiya, folks.
There we go. This is what I was hoping for.
I don't even see it. Oh. Will additional playable classes be added to the game in the future? It's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I need my mousepad fan. Hold on.
Right. Can you read it again? Was it additional class quests?
Additional playable class.
Yep.
Additional playable classes. Well, Mickey, I can tell you that right now, again, we'd probably expand the skill lines we have available more than going into the actual new classes. I think that's actually where we'd concentrate more in the foreseeable future. I mean, anything's possible coming up, but for the foreseeable future, it'll be skill lines for sure.
Oh boy. This is a question from Eric Kane.
If you do anything but Mickey Mouse from here on out, everyone in the stream is going to be disappointed.
Oh man. Well, this is a really important question. I think we need to know the answer to. When are we going to get a Pulse Age pet in game?
Okay, I specifically didn't highlight this one as it came up earlier. Boy.
Well, it's being asked a lot, so I feel like
really want a little Paul Sage following around.
Surprisingly, you can change places with Jess, my wife, who I'm sure doesn't want to pause. I would say the 12th of never would be the first time that would happen.
All right. Here's a softball question.
Thanks.
Jadalia81 is just wondering if ZOS is hiring.
Is ZOS hiring? There are open positions at not just for ZOS but for Bethesda in general, and I think you can go to the Bethesda website and look at the jobs listing there.
It's at.
Oh, that was so corporate of me.
It really was.
Wow.
Jobs.zenimax.com is the official jobs website.
When that was corporate of Gina, so.
Yeah, well, you know me.
here's
Is
another.
that another OPP reference? Are we really going back to that one?
Never enough.
All right.
That's the way I see it. Here's a good question from Zalzar. Are we ever thinking about implementing first-person view on horses? Is that something that we're ever thinking about doing?
Wow, that's a crazy good question. I would love to have first-person view on horses. I don't know that we've really talked about it a lot internally.
Sure.
Because we like the cinematic feel of the way the horses is, and when you do something like that, that's a lot of art time. That's a lot of animation time because you have to actually remodel the horse to withstand kind of the close-up camera view on something like that, and then you have to do the whole new animations, and because there's more fidelity when you're zoomed in. So it'd be a lot of work, but it sure is cool. I'd love to be able to do that at some point.
Eve Knight has a small question for you. Okay. They read in the patch notes that we're fixing some of the clipping and floating issues with equipment. and it's quite reassuring to see that we care about this.
Mm-hmm.
They'd like to know if they can look forward to more fixes like this getting released in the future.
We have lots of fixes that go in all the time, and I don't mean to make that a blanket statement, but we honestly always look at what are the quality of life things we can fix as soon as possible. And so yes, I'd say that definitely we'd have lots of lots of fixes going in for just the small details and quality of life improvements.
Here's a question from.
I'm sorry, I started thinking of a forum thread I saw. Somebody had been asking us to fix the hoods on the Khajiits for the longest time, and it's finally going in update 5. And the reply he made was so funny. It was like fireworks everywhere, and they've heard our pleas, and he was just very excited over fixing our Khajiit hoods.
Yeah, it's important.
Here's one from Jonar. Is there ever going to be a time that we might add in the ability to maybe change hairstyles or beards or tattoos or something like that in the future?
So can you ask me a question about hairstyles again?
You would pick that question.
Indeed. So this is something we've talked about internally, and I'd say that this is, when we have shorter term plans, medium term plans, and longer distance plans. It's in the longer term plan, but it's definitely something we want to do. Certainly, any kind of customization like this is one of my favorite things to get into the game. So, yep,
awesome.
I'd say so.
I just lost my question.
Oh man,
I had it. It was right there. I don't understand this question. Harley Quincy was saying, what is it with, every time I get an update, I lose my spot. He says, what is it with Argonians and their sheer ludicrous wish to sacrifice themselves at every odd moment? Like the second you face a rocky road, one of them is already sliding down on his old blade with a merry face. What?
I think if anybody's going to question good Argonian bravery like that, it's just you can't. I don't know that I understand the question. Let's be honest.
I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
Here's another question. Are we ever planning on adding? This is from Joe Minar as well, actually. Are you thinking about maybe adding things into the world to make it more alive? Maybe more things like we have fishing in the game, more events or things for people to do.
Always when we look at what we're going to put into the world, we look at like alternate activities.
Sure.
And we've got a lot of alternate activities that we've talked about almost ad nauseum. I would say justice system is one of the biggest alternate activities going in, right? Face effects, adding fidelity to the world. But I think the big concentration right now for this is justice system and the way that's going to add a lot to the world.
Definitely.
So speaking of justice system, Rage Philosophy is asking a question. What?
Good name for a question about the justice system.
He is asking if we'll be able to pickpocket players, and if so, will items or gold be removed from the player's inventory?
No.
No.
It's a legitimate question, but I think it gets into that territory that I've lived in my life once before in another mantle, and I just think pickpocketing players is pretty dangerous. It's fun for one and not fun for many, and so that's a decision that we made early on. I don't think we'd ever allow that.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Here's one from Quill Lin. When will the provisioning overhaul occur? I think we talked about it a little bit last time, that mostly it's planned for update 6.
It is planned for update 6, but again, when it's ready is always going to be the answer to anything of this, right?
Sure.
I think the reason that provisioning is so important, and going back to justice, is because the justice system itself, you have to steal a lot of items throughout the world.
Sure.
And when you're stealing those items, that as a provisioner, you're used to picking up the items from anywhere in the world, and so we have to kind of prep the system, so to speak, to make sure that you're not running out of things as a provisioner for you to be able to ingredients for the different things you bake, make, or otherwise brew.
I have a question from the forums.
Okay.
This is from Morna Bain.
Okay.
asking, will you make available the ability to hide one's vampirism so that a vampire may look like they did before becoming a vampire, either through maybe some kind of potion or an item or something?
I don't know that we're ever going to offer that except through maybe disguises or costumes. But maybe disguises or costumes are the way to go. Part of the reason for that is so people can tell who vampires are on the battlefield, and you know, the populace can tell who a vampire is. So
Sure.
yeah.
Can you share anything about future motifs? This is from Megalance.
No. We definitely want to do future motifs,
Sure.
you know, but I want to keep those close to the chest, so to speak, because I think that a lot of the future motifs are really cool.
Yeah.
I think that the styles we have coming up are going to excite the players. So.
Wraith Azrael from the forums. Since we're kind of changing veteran points in Update 5, switching them from veteran points to experience points, they were asking if players can expect to be retroactively awarded XP for participating in activities that previously gave them no veteran points towards their next veteran level.
Yeah, so we have to be really careful with this. I would say first, even though I hate saying this, no, I don't think we'll be able to do that. And secondly, we have to be really careful when bootstrapping the system. One of the things we've taken pains to make sure is true in the justice system is that we don't separate people so much. The justice system isn't meant to separate people through this linear progression. It's meant to allow people a progression that broadens out their characters. Sometimes if we give you too many XP for what you've done previously, that would put people so far ahead in the champion system that might actually hurt it. So that's one of the things we have to be really careful of.
Awesome. Here's one from Philus69. Will there ever be a way to change a trait on existing armor or weapon piece?
Oh, you know, we did talk about being able to change traits because there's something really fun about the traits, right? I don't know that we have anything like that coming up, but again, good suggestion. We've talked about it internally. I certainly like the idea. You know, we have all the crafting things and of course the research with the traits, but I don't know that we're going to have the ability to change it once it's in. But it's a good idea. I know people want it.
Kirasanu. I know I got that one wrong. I'm sorry.
Easy for you to say.
Asking if there will ever be a point when we have more than 8 character slots.
I don't foresee a time when we will have more than 8 character slots, honestly. Yeah.
There you go. I know I've seen that question a few times on the forums, so there you go.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Maybe. I mean, anything can change. All of these things can change at any time, but you know, I don't see that anytime soon.
That's it.
Great. Probably take a couple more questions.
Yes. Here's one from FatCat45.
All right.
Will the alchemy skill line ever get hirelings?
That is a great question. So that was a much debated thing internally, and you know, we just felt that part of that skill was you know, much like the others, was going and finding the different plants, but it was the mixing and matching so much. But I'll say for me personally, I'd actually really like to see a hireling added to the alchemy line.
Cool.
I think it's fun. I think people like having the hirelings, you know, and so we have to be careful about it, but I'd like to see that happen.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, I'm still reading.
That's all right.
Are you dressing up for Halloween?
I am not dressing up for Halloween. This is a long-standing tradition in my household.
A tradition of not
dressing
celebrating
up.
Halloween.
Right. No, we celebrate. I mean, I love giving away the candy to the kids that come by. I mean, it's actually really fun, but yeah.
Do you dress up your dogs?
That is the horror that I would never visit upon my dogs ever.
I would agree.
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
The dogs or me?
Maybe both.
Okay.
We should show up. We should dress in something. And
wait.
Are you gonna put on the?
Now I'm Escu.
Wow.
Okay, that was. There are 2 people who understood that reference.
Gosh, this keeps happening. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, no, every time I kind of start to scroll, the whole thing just jumps, so I keep losing my spot.
I know.
Yeah, it's how technology works. So.
It is.
Yeah.
Man, guys.
I can ask another question. Since she doesn't know how to work an iPad. Here's a good one. This
Yeah,
is
first
from
was headphones, and now it's iPads.
Jargonixius. I'm very sorry. So since in the future we're going to be overhauling with the champion system, veteran ranks. Are we going to be overhauling crafting as part of that? Removing any of the materials? I think we kind of maybe touched on that a little bit with some of the Guild Summit stuff, but.
So is the question about a crafting overhaul?
Yeah.
Okay. With the provisioning revamp, we're adding more to provisioning, in a way it's reducing some of the stuff we have in provisioning, and that's because we really want to make sure that we're very cautious with the player's inventory, right? That's part of the reduction all throughout the provisioning revamp, and then for the rest of the things, we already did some changes to enchanting, but actually and again we're now into speculation land at this point, right? Versus any solid plans. But where I've really always hoped it would go is more unique items to be able to be crafted, right? So being able to craft a unique sword or a unique bow or whatever it might be, because I think that's more fun. I think it's finding those special items that you can craft that really makes it cool. And so even if it were harder to do, I think getting that in, so you'd have more points along the way of like, okay, cool, now I can finally craft this big thing that I've been looking forward to.
iMagpie is asking if you could address AoE caps.
If I could address AoE caps, sure. Let's talk openly, because I think this is a good subject that may be opening a can of worms. First, we are very well aware that there are performance problems in Cyrodiil right now, and let me explain what those performance problems are being identified as. Some of those problems are identified as the sheer amount of players that concentrate into one area, right? Which is why we're very open to increasing the number of players that can be affected by AoE damage, right? We have to be very careful with this because that, of course, PvP affects PvE, and the two aren't really separated. But not only are we looking at that, but what's interesting about this problem is that AoEs and the number of checks they have to do against the server, and I'm sorry this gets all into technical mumbo jumbo, but those number of checks that they have to do are also causing the problem. So the problem is the solution, and the solution is the problem in a lot of ways. So we're looking at a lot of things, and the AoE caps is one of those things that are going to help address it. But yes, we're definitely increasing the number of players that can be affected. We want to be very cautious how we do that because of PvE. And also that will be part of the solutions we're putting in place as soon as possible for Cyrodiil.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Here's another hot topic.
Okay.
Block casting.
Yes. So block casting is something that we put in because the game needed to feel very responsive, and if we don't have the block casting in, and there are things we can do to lessen it, because I agree that it's somewhat of a problem at this point. But again, for that responsiveness, it's really a trick to make sure that the game is as responsive as possible with regards to when you can block, when you can cast. Because if you can't cast, while you're blocking, essentially, it wasn't really meant to be as simultaneous as it is. But the fact is that it almost has to be to offer the responsiveness to your cast times in the game. So, great. But we will be addressing that as well at some point in the future.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, I think we can wrap it up with Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Thank you for
coming onto the
having
show
me
today.
Thank you guys
Nice
for your
to have
questions across the forums, Twitch chat, Twitter.
Yep.
Yes.
All over. We're going to do our last giveaway now. This is really cool. I bet you can't wait to see it, right?
I am absolutely. It's not going to end with Boris anymore, is it?
It's not.
Okay.
We have this signed lithograph, signed by members of the ESO team. Paul, I think you're in here somewhere, right?
I'm right
you're right
there.
Yeah, right next to me.
And the one you can't read.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's most of these. Yeah. If you'd like to win this poster, type in, I don't know, art. A-R-T. Why not? Nice and simple, right?
Art's good.
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about how you style your hair?
I wake up in the morning I do this, and I'm like, done.
Very similar.
Sounds about right. That's about what I do with mine.
Yes.
Type in art into chat if you'd like to try and win this poster.
Yeah.
We'll probably let it go for about 30 seconds because this one's pretty cool.
30 seconds.
I know, 30 whole seconds.
How are we going to
Man.
fill that?
Now you got to vamp for 30 seconds.
What are we going to talk about for 30
Well,
seconds?
I'll tell you what we should talk about.
Yeah.
We should talk about 1.5 getting to live. So, if you have, this is one of my favorite updates. So, I shouldn't say, hey, what's my favorite? But I think that 1.5 and 1.3 with dies were some of my favorite updates. And 1.5, dungeon repeatability is really fun. And I know we talked about this already, but this is a super cool feature. The fact that we're improving the back end on the looking for group stuff is really cool. There's a reason to repeat dungeons. The crafting writs are really fun. Going and finding those large nodes of resources is really fun. So I think this is a great time, especially if you're playing the game and your friends are watching over your shoulder. Get your friends to watch over your shoulder for 1.5. It's really great.
Yeah, absolutely.
There. No, he's listening.
What do we think? 5 seconds?
5 seconds. Type in art.
Art,
Hurry, quick.
art.
Art.
Is there anything you have to type before art? You can just
type in art.
just type in art.
That's
Yeah.
it. I think if you type in more than just art,
Yeah.
You don't
then
get it.
you're disqualified.
Yeah.
What if your name is Art?
Then a lot
type
of
your
people are
name.
calling for you.
Type your name if your name is Art. All right, let's pick a winner. And the winner is Kajiti.
Aw, Kajiti.
Kajiiti. Just in case there's more than
Congratulations.
one. Just wanted to spell that out for you.
Good job, Kajiti.
So congratulations,
Great
Kajiti.
job.
We're going to send that out. Kai's going to get in touch with you, and we're going to send this poster out to you.
Indeed.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, next, one of your favorite videos.
Yeah.
All right.
MMO, the parody.
Yeah. It's another one from Timmy D. So we're going to play this video for you so you can enjoy it.
Before we start that,
Yeah.
can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
Yes.
About this guy who was nice and came on and said, hey, my birthday was the same day as Weird Al. And both of you said, happy birthday, Weird Al. And I'm like, oh, you completely
We
missed.
had wished Timmy D a happy birthday earlier.
Earlier? Okay, I missed it.
You
Now
just
I
weren't
feel
here.
foolish. Okay.
Timmy D is a fan of you too,
No, I like Timmy D. He's
Yeah.
awesome. I think I sent around that werewolf video and I said, this should be front page.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And it
we're
was.
right on it. So yeah, enjoy MMO, the parody.
The game glows bright on the screen here tonight, and the graphics are so clean. The emotes and animation make my tune look really keen. The sun is glowing and it makes my armor shine. Can't wait to log in, have more quests to try. When I zone in, can't wait to see all the other fine players here with me. So real I feel I'm not alone. Come on, let's go. MMO, MMO. Can't wait to go and explore. MMO, MMO. Get rewards from quest galore. I don't care for those Facebook games. Can't wait to log on. I don't play those solo games anyway. The mountains in the distance seem very dark and tall, but the treasure it calls to me. Can't wait to have it all. I'll gather mats, craft something new. I'll chat with ghoulies when I'm through. My gear is strong, no deaths for me. You'll see. MMO, MMO. I can see clouds up in the sky. MMO, MMO. My armor, I will die. Open land, I'll head that way. Can't wait to log on. The standalone games I played are no longer fun. Those games are in the past. MMO, and I'll play at the break of dawn. MMO, my friends have all logged on. Understand, this is how I play. Can't wait to log on. I won't play those other games anyway.
That was awesome.
I love that video.
Yeah, me too.
That was
So
very cool.
funny.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks
you.
for joining us, Paul.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody in the Twitch stream. Hopefully we got your questions answered. If not, just write Gina and Jason at their Gmail accounts. Oh, no, their forum accounts.
We will be back in 2 Fridays, November 7th at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern Time. This is actually going to be after daylight savings. So it's going to be dark probably at 4 p.m. here.
It is. It is. There's no impact on the show, but we're just sharing that information.
We'll still be in our dungeon down
Yeah.
there.
Thank you for watching. Tell us what you thought about the show. Don't be mean, though. Be nice, you know.
Only say good things.
Yeah, only good things.
Be sure and share any creations you have with
Yeah.
us. If you have art, music, any merchandise photos, we'd love to show it on our stream,
Yeah.
maybe on our social channels, Tamriel Chronicle. We
Yeah.
have all different outlets. So
Yeah.
shoot us an email at community@elderscrollsonline.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for watching.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.